Okay, let's start this again. Please let me know if there is cutting out again. So I will try to reset it again. And we got to figure out this problem. What's going on with this thing? So this morning, again, welcome to August 20th with the market update. We talked about a whole bunch of earnings coming out this morning, and they have. And we'll talk about
Sorry,
them in.
Pranita, disagreeing. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I didn't add my screen yet because I just rejoined. So I got to put on my screen here. Okay. So I should be able to see my screen there now. Again, we are again August 20th. We are doing market update with earnings. A whole bunch of earnings came out this morning, and the market as well. Let's talk about what the market is doing this morning so far. ES futures is down about six points. Nasdaq is down about 48 points. And let's talk about ES first. What is ES? ES is a little bit onto the downside because of all the, basically there's nothing going on that really should push the market to the upside other than, the last couple of days, the market has been pushing to the upside. Before the numbers came out last week, like the PPI numbers came out, the market was very happy. It was going to continue to the upside, and we were going to possibly get a 0.5% interest rate cuts. Now we don't even know if you're going to get a 0.25% interest rate cut, and the market is all worried. And you can see the market is heading to the downside. And one of the biggest factors that keeping the market where it is right now is the 10-year. 10-year is holding pretty steady at 4.30. It's not going down, and it went up as the PPI numbers came out last week. So if we get more CPI and PPI numbers like this coming out next month, this market, we could possibly not, Jerome Powell said, well, maybe I don't have to cut interest rates. Maybe he won't cut interest rates. And then inflation number as well. So we'll get to see all that before. But before we get there, today is Wednesday. Tomorrow morning, we start Jackson Hole. Whole bunch of new CEOs and finance ministers. They will all get together there, and we will hear a lot of news out whether we're getting interest rate cuts or not. And that's and Friday again. Jerome Powell ends up making a speech, and I'm pretty sure every single word is going to be heard by everybody to see what direction he's leaning. But before we get there today, we're going to see something also, the FOMC minutes from the last meeting. What went on those FOMC minutes? We saw that 2 governors voted for rate cuts while the rest didn't. But we're going to see more of their language, what they were saying, and how many other feds are ready to cut interest rates on that board. Sort of, let's see what that's what we're going to get out of it. Is kind of hawkish 2 p.m. Minutes. See if I don't think that it's going to change the market much, but it's going to certainly give us a little more clarity on the next interest rate decision. So that's at 2 o'clock today. So other than that, if you look, I'm going to bring the calendar in front of you, and we don't really see much going on here other than those FOMC minutes. We just saw the CPI. I put a little bit of a report of CPI Great Britain this morning if you look in the chats, and the CPI is picking up in the UK. The tariffs are having effect. I was talking to Drake this morning. He is a regular traveler down to the U.S. and he sees the prices going up. Places like Walmart and stores, and that, it's better to see stuff like that than to actually come in out the numbers. And I think you get a better judgment what's going on out there visually. And that should affect the CPI number next month. So CPI should had higher after the PPI number came out the last week there. So we should see more CPI, just like Great Britain. It's been going to the upside, and we should see it in the U.S. side, even though Donald Trump says there's no inflation, right? And the numbers will tell us what exactly is going on. Also, 10:30, we also have crude inventories coming out, which shouldn't change much. Oil has been pretty steady. We'll talk about that in a minute. So let's move this out of the way. Let's talk about this ES here. You see the day chart. Again, this is a very strong trend to the upside. So don't think this market is coming down or is going to be a negative anytime soon. But I'm looking at 62.41. This is where my target is. If we start falling below this here, then we are gonna get into really a little bit of trouble in the market. Okay, we really gonna get trouble in the market if we start going below 6,000. Okay, these are critical points. If we get below 62.41, we're gonna start falling on the market here. It's gonna be something real bad. But before that happens, I drawn this trend line here. It broke that trend line there. We already broke one trend line. So this is the second one. If you look at this, is the daily market trend line. If it breaks this to the downside, again, it could be a very good short here. And the very good short could last all the way to here. Remember this here, this broke here, and then the market went all the way and broke this support here. Now it's kind of coming down here, and if it breaks this trend line, the next support is right there, 63.77. And if it breaks below that, then this is a long way down here. Okay, so I hope it doesn't break this support. If this support breaks here, 63.75, I can see that maybe we are starting to get into a little bit of into a trouble on the markets. Okay, so this zone is very critical, and it needs to hold up. It held up way back here, it held up here again, and if it doesn't hold up here, then we are really in trouble with the market, but we're a long way from that yet. Okay, so we'll see what if it breaks this trend, then just watch this for market, and you can see it much better what's happening in the hourly. So it broke here. Look how far it came down so far. And if this trend breaks here, watch for the market to come to this trend and maybe lift back up. If it doesn't lift back up, it's gonna break to the downside. I've been trading the Nasdaq this morning based on the trend line. So let me show you the next. So ES futures is down 6 points right now. Right, but I've been trading the Nasdaq above and below the trend line this morning. So this was last night. I've been going up and down a couple of times here. I'll show you better in the 5-minute chart. But right now, this is what we're looking at on the Nasdaq. Look how this thing hugged onto this trend line here before it actually started dipping to the next trend line. So let's see what it does on this trend. This trend, both of these trend lines are on the daily. These are daily trend lines. And when they're daily trend lines and when they break, that means they're really gonna break. So look like here it already broke to the downside. It tried retesting it, and we are sitting right below. So if we say the price stays below here, I would be taking all the short trades to the downside on the Nasdaq. If anything, if it stays below this trend line, I would be taking short trades. Okay, if it gets above here, then be careful. But anything below here, I would be on the short side. So let me show you a little bit what's going on. I've been trading on the 5 minutes here, and every time this thing went to the downside, I sold. I had a quick scalp here early this morning. I had another quick scalp here early this morning. Now I'm not touching it right now because it's hugging the trend line. It is possible this could go above the trend line, but if you're looking for a short right now, this is where I would be looking around. It's 23,414 below these two candles here. So if you're looking for a short, otherwise I'm not touching it till yet whether if I get a clarity or not. But if this stock goes, if this Nasdaq goes above here, the green line, and then starts coming back to the downside just like this here, I would be short. So far the whole market trend looking is down to the short side. That's why I'm only taking short. So I made pretty good money with at least two good trades this morning on this one here, and I'm looking for this to go up and maybe possibly come down, and I will go short again, but not right now. It's hugging the line, and like I said, if you're looking for a short, look for below 414, okay, on the NQ. So that's the Nasdaq is down 43 points, and I'm looking on the negative side of the market right now. Risk off. That means more to the short side, not to the upside yet. But if we stay below the trend line, we're gonna stay short. Okay, we're gonna stay short. So take a look at the oil. 62.39. It's still below this golden line. As long as it stays below this golden line, we're gonna say short on oil. Okay. I watch the next level. If it does stay below here, we can possibly come to look at this trend line right there at 61.80. It already came down to around 62.14. As long as we stay below this golden line, we could possibly have 61.80. Once we get that, see, this is a pretty strong trend line as well. Let me put it into the hourly here. So these trend lines are easy to draw. Like long as you got more than one touch, the higher time frames, if you go to on the daily and draw the trend line, that trend line is going to be much stronger than the 1 hour trend line. So when you draw it on the daily, it's going to be stronger than the daily. So I usually draw them on the 1 hour and the daily. I don't need to draw them on the 5 minutes. It's up to you if you want to do it. But again, it's up to you. But I like the 1 hour trend lines and I like the daily trend lines. Okay, and they are much more efficient, especially. And how do you know when to trade? Well, sorry, I'm also teaching you guys while I'm doing the market update. How do you know when to get into a trade around the trend line? You got to look for volume. Look for volume for breakout to the upside or break to the downside. But when it's hugging the line, I would just stay away. If it's hugging the line like this, I would just stay away. Okay, stay away from hugging the line. But if it goes below and you see volume, there is no volume here. Like this one had a volume here, but it's already below the trend line, right? It didn't go up or below the trend line. But I'm definitely looking around here, this trend line. It has to be a very strong volume to the downside. I know it's short, right? That's where I would go short. Okay, so that is oil. Gold is up $22 this morning. Mainly because of nothing is happening in the market, going back and forth. Again, here's another trend line it's hugging on. It bounced right off this trend line. So if it goes below this trend line, I would go short again on gold if it goes below that. So you can trade that as well. And if you see it on the 5 minute, you'll see it much better. Right, every time it goes below here, this is a 5 minute trend line. So it bounced off this trend line pretty strong to the upside here. So I would not be short unless I get below this trend line here in the 5 minutes. Okay. So that is gold. Where is the 10-year going this morning? Sitting at 4.30. It's a little bit to the up and to the sideways. Again, we're going to see Jackson Hole tomorrow. We're going to see this yield go move up a lot better tomorrow. We're also going to see a much more fluctuation in the stock markets tomorrow as well. And the dollar index is holding, same thing. It's not going anywhere, just sideways, and no decision is made. And wait till it comes tomorrow, what we will see. Looking at the put call ratios from yesterday, and you're looking at the SPY and the triple Qs, IWM, all of them are basically just holding at this call side, thinking this market is going to bounce back, maybe back to the upside. And so what news is going to bounce this market to the upside? The only thing right now I can think of is interest rate cuts. Okay, but there again, well, it's a wait and see mode. That's what this is, wait and see mode. Okay, it didn't move much, really, to be honest. If you look at from yesterday, they really didn't move much. Okay, so what's on the Bitcoin doing? I told you guys it's gonna hit 111 here. On Bitcoins has been pretty strong to the downside. Again, interest rate cuts, that's what it's waiting for. If it can get interest rate cuts, that's what's gonna push Bitcoin back to the upside. Otherwise, Bitcoin stays to the downside and continues to the downside. I drew a trend line yesterday. I don't have it on this here. There it is. So I would not go long on this Bitcoin till it gets above this here. Okay. So I would not be up there. All the Bitcoin stocks that you see here, Ethereum is up, slightly as well. All of them are just going along with the Bitcoin. What direction is Bitcoin going? And they're all basically going the same direction. Okay. What about the market overall, the Canadian market? Quickly go through the Canadian stock. I'm going to go through this list here that you see every morning. That these are pretty much a lot of the holdings I got. There are a lot of my holdings. And then later on, right after Harvey finishes, I'm going to go through a fresh list of today's ups and downs. Or if you got any stocks here, I will go through them before Harvey. But the new stocks, what are we going to be trading today? I will bring them up more right after Harvey finishes his market update. So looking at the market on the Canadian side, CNR, it's definitely a buy even at current price. NTR, it's still a buy. CNQ still a buy. Banks, TD, again, earnings are coming out soon. They're all a buy till the earnings next week. You can sell them before the earnings. Like I said, I think people gonna start selling these. The earnings will be fine, but they will start selling them right after. But I think it's a good time to take a profit just before the earnings come out. So I will be taking some profits out of some of the banks, and TD is number one that I will be taking a profit out of before the earnings. Okay, take a look at some of the other stocks, Tesla, some traders do. And I want to look at the earnings right after this one here, $328. Let me go to the daily chart here. I brought this up because remember this stock now is not trading because of what Tesla is selling cars. It's also trading on Robotaxi. I put a little bit of article and a little bit of summary in the chat this morning on Robotaxi. So if they can get that started, I know the other competitor is obviously Uber, right? Uber is my other company that I'm holding. I had a very strong growth on it, and they have bought Waymo, that the same competitors to Robotaxi. But the problem is, if Tesla can really get going, they have cars. They produce their own cars. They don't have to sell those cars. They can put those cars on the road, and start up a Robotaxi pretty hefty. But the one problem with the Robotaxis got right now, they still need permission from every city out there if they want to operate these cars, right? So they still need permissions. They have still a long way to go. But the long-term view is basically this Tesla stock is running on Robotaxi hopes. It's not running on the Tesla cars, but Tesla cars will eventually be part of Robotaxi. But if they can get the Robotaxi going, I think this is what's going to lift this stock up. So I do this little they did break out to the upside, but this is not why I'm buying this. I wouldn't buy this stock. I'm not a buyer. I don't have it yet. But if I see Robotaxi numbers start coming in better and better, I may get interested in this one here. Okay, but not till then. I'm not a long-term holder of Tesla. I did trade it a lot before. Again, I'm not a long-term holder. If you are a long-term holder, well, look for those Robotaxi numbers. That's what we want to see. Take a look at the numbers this morning. Target especially, it's one of our stocks holding, and Target has hit $95 this morning. The numbers came out, the earnings came out, they were good. Like I said to you guys last week, I have a problem with guidance. So if you took a profit yesterday, I know some of you guys did. So if you did take a profit, fine, right? Good. But I think the 95 now is $94. It's pretty cheap, this stock here. But I wouldn't go run out and buy it yet. Okay, just wait for it to settle down somewhere. I think they were one of the things that really led this stock to the downside is the guidance, and the other one was the CEO stepping down. And then the Wall Street basically knew this CEO was going to step down, but they were expecting somebody to come from the outside of the company. Okay, they were expecting a CEO to come outside of the company. When they didn't, they named it within the company. Wall Street did not like that, and Wall Street downgraded Target, and that's why Target is sitting at $94, because they are in a very similar business that this company is in, and this company is up this morning. They are basically they do the same thing. Okay, and this company is up. It's closed at 134 yesterday. It's 139 right now, 140. They're basically two same company. They beat earnings. The other company beat earnings. The only difference, the CEO and the guidance. And this one gave a great guidance. Winners give they own winners. You guys know Marshalls, HomeSense. This is what TJX owns. Okay. So they give a great guidance, while Target, on the other hand, gave a terrible guidance, and the CEO change. So I think that's why I think Target is undervalued, but you've got to stay patient on it if you want to buy it. All right. I still got my small number of shares. I'm holding it. I'm gonna leave it. I was thinking about selling it yesterday. I should have sold it, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. It's not like on my heavy holdings. Okay. So if you want to buy Target, I would wait. All right. If you have a little bit of it, you have shares. I think it's too late. I think it will come back. I think the stock will get back over 100, but it just may take a lot. See what the CEO does. Okay. Target is a great company because everybody in the U.S. runs to Target to buy, competitive name brand clothing. Okay. So I think a lot of people like Target, but problem also been tariffs as well that has been driving these markets to the downside. So Target, TJX, Home Depot came out with earnings yesterday, and Lowe's came out this morning. Both of them gave a great guidance, right? Home Depot jumped yesterday. Lowe's came in this morning, and they gave a great guidance as well, and they're up. And one of these things, the other thing they're pushing is if interest rates come down, people are going to be borrowing money to fix their homes. And that's what's driving these two stocks right now. But the big problem is going to be the tariffs. So the retail sector, I think, is still going to be hurt in the next little while. They're still going to be hurt. I think retail Estee Lauder came out this morning, earnings as well. Where is it? What's their ticker here? Estee Lauder is EL. They came out with earnings, and they didn't come out with very well either. They beat, their earnings were down, and they really took a hit. So if you own this stock from yesterday, it went all the way down to 76. It even did worse than Target, right, to the downside, right? So all these stocks, retail sector is hurting right now. Okay, so very strong charts to the upside on Estee Lauder, then it just flapped out. So this could be another buy, but not yet. Okay, Estee Lauder. What else came out? Salesforce is coming out with CRM. They're coming after market. Okay. What else is coming? Analog Devices came out this morning. ADI, they beat the numbers. Technology companies are flying. Okay. And it is up this morning from 230 to 238. This company is pretty good, but look for this breakout above 247 if you're looking for this company. It's pretty good. They do a lot of connectivity between devices. That's what this company does. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at some of the stocks you guys got. AV. Okay, so look. Be careful this one. It is heading to the downside right now. You bought yesterday 130. No, this is not right, is it? At 130 or two? You maybe meant to say 235. Okay, maybe you bought it at 235. So this stock here is headed to the downside. You gotta be very careful right there. It doesn't get into this gap. 223, and if it gets into this gap, we can see it coming down to the 190 area again. So just be careful. What do the numbers look like on this one? Okay, revenue is pretty strong, 140, but what's the market cap on this one? That's where it is. It's a little expensive right now. Earnings are pretty strong going forward, pretty good. I like that. Dividends not there. Statistics numbers growing technology company, so you can forgive the price to earnings ratio a little bit and price to sales. But again, still on the revenue front, this stock looks a little expensive because it's got 11 billion and it's not even got $1 billion in revenue yet. But they are going pretty quick. I like the growth, but this might be a buying dip opportunity. Okay. But I think you got a little bit early, Raj. I think you jumped in a little bit early. You should have waited for this to hold up and build a base somewhere. But just got to be careful that it doesn't continue to the downside. So And like I said, 190, if it breaks this, gets into this gap here. Okay, so just be careful. Urban, URBN.
ਭਾਜੀ
Yep.
ਭਾਈ CRM ਦੀ earnings September ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ
It says today, right? I'm looking at August.
Trading view ਚ September ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ
No,
I see September as well.
no, it's look, if Salesforce CRM earnings is today, August 20th, after market. That's what my calendar tells me here. Let me show you that.
ਬਟ ਭਾਜੀ Google ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ trading view ਤੇ September ਹੀ show ਕਰ ਰਹੇ
Okay, that's fine. Which is fine, but I'm just going by the calendar here. What is showing me?
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at. When did they? Sorry. Sorry.
3 September show ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ.
Okay, I'll take a look in a minute here. Take a Urban here. I like Urban. It's another retailer. It's like TJX, but they've got their own brands. So if TJX, Target, I like the stock. It moved up pretty strong on the last earnings. It jumped big time here. So can it continue with the earnings? They're coming out on August 27th, which is about 7 days from today. Can they continue with the strong earnings? They did give a strong guidance too. So looking for, if they do come out with good earnings, this could jump to the upside as well. But if you have it, I would hang on to it till the earnings or before the earnings, whatever you want to do. But again, I think they gave a pretty good strong guidance the last time, so this stock should continue to the upside, just like TJX. Okay, so that should be. Take a look at CRM here quickly. When did the last earnings come out? Why? Yeah, this one is showing in September. Okay. September 3rd. So it's about a week, 2 weeks away. But I have no idea why this thing is showing today. CRM. Okay. So I don't know. Did they change their date maybe? Just make sure that the date, they didn't change the date to today, and everybody from CRM is all confused when the earnings are going to come out. I'll check on their website as well to see when the earnings are coming out, just to double check. Okay. So again, I want to talk about some more new stocks, and I will be talking about more stocks after Harvey's update. So we till 9:30, we'll see what kind of stocks going to move today, and what we can get into, and what the market is telling us, and see if we can trade some puts and calls. But do pay attention to those trend lines, guys. I did put them in there last night, and I will be, if you don't have them, I will post them again for you guys. So thank you very much. I will see you guys in about 15-20 minutes.
All right, what's up, guys? I'll take over from here with the morning market.